it be there was a little jealousy there, Red?
If the doctor is trying to turn this into some kind of an incest tragedy, tell him to forget it, Fran.
Forget it, Doc.
I mean, if it was that kind of thing, I wouldn't have killed all those other women, would I?
Hey there, welcome back. It's been a while since we've done one of these. Funds haven't been so great, so I haven't been able to pick up many things, and then this one was actually a few weeks late in delivery, which was unfortunate. The item I am talking about, of course, is Psycho: The Complete Collection on Blu-ray. Now this release contains some items which have not been released anywhere else in the world, some items that have had only releases in some particular countries in Europe, and some releases which have been widely available for a while. But it brings together all of the Psycho films, and we're going to discuss the set. So firstly here we have a slipcover, which is identical to the cover on the inside, which I always find a little annoying. It's not the greatest artwork, but it gets the job done. I do prefer the artwork of some of the individual releases. I'll go into that in a bit. Inside we have Psycho, using the same disc and disc artwork from previous releases of Psycho, whereas all of the rest of the items are themed with the complete collection written on them. So we have Psycho 2, Psycho 3 and 4, the remake from 1998, Bates Motel on DVD. All of these were Blu-ray, by the way. The rest are on DVD, which is the Bates Motel film, and the Psycho Legacy documentary and Psycho Legacy documentaries extra disc with lots of extra features. Firstly, there's not much to say about Psycho. I actually already had that in this set, but it's nice to have it all together in one set. Now I also had Psycho 2 and 3, which I have reviewed on this channel prior in the Region A Lock Screen Factory releases. I'll put the link to the full reviews of both of these items in the description, and I'll just briefly go over the ones in this here in the set, which are pretty much identical. Psycho 2 has the same menu, same transfer, same everything as the Screen Factory release, except for this is, as are all the discs in here, it is region free. None of that region locking nonsense. So we have, the only difference on the menu is it doesn't have a chapter menu button. Everything else is identical. Strange that they would take that out. Now, one thing that's come up on some of the forums is that there is a 2-second pause in the image. I don't even think it is 2 seconds. At the hour 36 mark, which actually does appear in the Screen Factory release also. It doesn't affect your viewing really at all. I didn't even notice it when I viewed the Screen Factory one, and I looked for it here and I found it, and it's pretty minor. It might even be the way the film originally is. They might have just paused that scene, because the audio keeps going. They might have paused that scene just because they wanted it to hang on that scene a little longer. I'm not sure, but it's so minor, it's really nothing to worry about. Psycho 3, same menus, same transfer, same everything. So these have now become redundant for me. I'm not going to hold on to them just because they've got great covers, which they do, but I will just trade these in next time I'm in America, unless anybody local in the Southern Hemisphere wants to buy these off me. You can message me about picking up these. They are nice sets. They're exactly the same as the ones in this box set, except for they have these nice slip covers. All the same special features. So if you want to check out what the special features are on Psycho 2 and 3, please click on my link below to my original reviews. It has all the information there. Then we have Psycho 4, which is an interesting sequel, as the fact is it's a sequel, prequel, both, to the original film, but ignores the events of Psycho 2 and 3, which is the annoying part of the film. I wish it had just, it is called Psycho 4, then why not just have some reference to those events. And I think there is some conflicting things that they put in, although mild and completely unnecessary. It definitely rules out 2 and 3 as part of its canon when watching number 4. Same sort of annoying thing which they did with Halloween H2O, where they took out of the original screenplay any references to the other sequels and just had it as a direct sequel to the first 2 films. And that's what they've done here, and it is annoying. But the transfer is top-notch. I think it actually looks better than both Psycho 2 and 3, and it is in widescreen. There was some debate whether it should be because it was made for television in America, but it was shot with widescreen in mind, and it did play theatrically outside of the US. So we have the widescreen theatrical presentation here on Psycho 4. No special features, unfortunately, but just be happy that it's finally been released in high definition, and it looks good, sounds good, and this is the first time it has ever got a release. And one of the main reasons I picked up the set, I've since found out that they're going to be releasing individual releases of Psycho 4 and the Psycho remake, which might have given me pause for thought to buy just buy Psycho 4 by itself and hold on to my Psycho 2 and 3 here. But I do like having them all together, and if I had bought Psycho 4 by itself, I probably wouldn't have bought all of these extra discs here. So it's nice to have all this extra stuff and all in one package. Now those individual releases are coming out in a couple of months from now, and I assume they'll be region free just like these ones. Psycho 1998 Pointless remake, which is a shot-for-shot remake. It's an interesting experiment just to watch, but it has zero reason to exist. But the transfer is pretty good. It looks better in close-ups than it does in long shots. It looks better than the Italian release, I believe, which is the only other high-def release of this film, which got pretty poor reviews. And from what I've read in comparison, this looks much better. It has some good special features, including international newsreel footage, an additional shower scene, and a 30-minute psychopath documentary, which is actually a pretty good doco. I just watched it before. Though that's in standard definition, though, compared to the high-def presentation of the film. Then we start going into the DVDs of the set. Bates Motel, which looks pretty poor. I've seen it. It's not a very good film at all. It's just a curio, if anything. And I watched it on YouTube a few years ago, and this doesn't look that much better. It's quite a poor standard definition transfer with no special features. And here we have the Psycho Legacy documentary on DVD, and it looks really good, a top-notch DVD transfer with deleted scenes and extended interviews as special features. And then on disc 2 we have a plethora of other special features pertinent to the Psycho collection. We have a full panel discussion with Anthony Perkins, a tour of the Bates Motel, a Psycho reunion panel, Psycho on the Web, which I haven't watched, which I'm assuming is just talking about the internet presence of Psycho. We have a featurette revisiting Psycho 2, sequel scriptwriter Holland and Galuzzo go over original blueprints, newspaper clippings and articles, and positions left behind from Psycho 2 director. Shooting Psycho 2, an interview featurette with cinematographer Dean Cundy. A visit with Psycho memorabilia collector Guy Thorpe. And the Hyena Gallery presents a serial killer inspired art. Norman Bates in print. Robert Bloch, author of Psycho. So I haven't watched that either. It's not a featurette, but there we have it. So it's quite a bit of stuff all in one set. Region free, available to order from Australia and New Zealand. Definitely worth picking up. I'm happy that I've got this now, and I can just pop this on the shelf and it's done, and it takes up that much space.